Welcome to Flash Editorials for November 5, 2011, a feature of the website www.dumpdc.com. Russell Longcore, owner and editor. In national news, Harman Kane gets a taste of the blood sport that is presidential politics this week when someone leaked a story that Kane had been charged with sexual harassment back in the 1990s when he was running the National Restaurant Association. We learned that at least one woman, and possibly two, received a cash settlement to settle the charges, with the proviso that they were prevented from discussing it. That's called a confidentiality clause. If the plaintiff has no real case, it only makes sense to pay a settlement, rather than enduring a costly court fight. I'm certain that the settlement was cheaper than the legal fees would have been. On the nightly news, the attorney representing one of the women called for the settlement agreement to be set aside so his client could tell her story. You gotta love watching this stuff. High entertainment value.
In international news, the heads of the G20 nations met in Cannes, France this week and agreed that they would all support the practically bankrupt nations of the European Union. It was an entirely meaningless gesture, since all the nations that attended are terminally ill. But this weekend, the Greek and Italian governments might flame out. Italy's Silvio Berlusconi is in danger of losing his majority in the parliament, and Greek Prime Minister George Papandreou just survived a no-confidence vote Friday night.
In business news, MF Global. I wonder what the MF stands for. Certainly not what I'm thinking right now. A brokerage firm that specializes in derivatives filed for bankruptcy in October, but made headlines this week when it was revealed that the firm had misused $630 million of their own customers' money and could not account for that amount. The company bought heavily leveraged sovereign debt from EU countries like Portugal, Ireland, Italy, Greece and Spain, known as the PIGS. They ended up on the wrong side of the bet. Jon Corzine, former New Jersey governor, is now the former president of the company, having resigned Friday. I hope that if laws were broken, prosecution will ensue. It is said that the derivatives market worldwide is over $100 trillion. And derivatives are not regulated in any way.
In economic news, 397,000 new unemployment claims were filed in the last 7 days. I will bet that every person who is watching knows at least one person who has been laid off or permanently let go in the last year. Remember, dear viewers, both political parties are responsible for the state of the economy.
In religious news, members of Robert Schuller's Crystal Cathedral are pissed off after getting emails from Schuller asking them to provide meals for his sick wife. They were told to deliver the meals to one of the church buildings where Schuller's limousine driver would pick them up and take them to Mrs. Schuller. Apparently, the church filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in October 2010 didn't affect the senior pastor's lifestyle or his sense of entitlement.
In sports, Saturday night's BCS football matchup is number 1 LSU at number 2 Alabama. This could easily be a game for the national championship, but this is just an SEC regular season game. Shows you how far superior the SEC is to all the other athletic conferences. We like LSU over Bama.
And finally, in entertainment news, Puss in Boots, the animated spin-off from the Shrek Money Machine, pulled in $34.1 million in its first week. I don't know if Antonio Banderas was the major draw, but my money is on Salma Hayek as Kitty Soft Paws. That's some pussy.